Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am your General Manager, Silas Creed. Welcome to War, where tonight, bodies will be taken, titles will be changed, and we will be putting on banger after banger.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Junior Wrestling Championship.
So, up first is none other than your Academy Champion, Davey LaRusso. Weird he's coming out first because usually he's supposed to be the challenger that comes out, not the champion first. But, anyway, Davey LaRusso, you've seen him here on War before, you've seen the stuff he does. He is defending his Academy Champion for the first time. You all know the rules of the Academy, where basically 4 consecutive defenses, 1 time challenge, meaning Jacob loses tonight, he can never challenge for the Academy Championship again. But if Davey LaRusso loses, he gets put in at a 70 overall, since this is his first defense actually. So, these two have been feuding on our Discord on the RP Backstage channel actually, and even promos, with LaRusso calling Jacob a hardcore hack because he is in fact our World Hardcore Championship. He even cut a promo after winning it where he literally showed off a new title design inspired by him. No freaking way. Jacob is choosing to first off pay homage to a hardcore icon, New Jack. And do you hear that? That's the sound of his very first theme song. So, he must know it's a special occasion, or he must feel it is like a special occasion, and he is going to treat it like it. There's the so-called hardcore hack in Worth of Davey LaRusso. But let's see if he can keep the Academy Championship. Or will Jacob add a new title with his hardcore championship? Let's find out. There's the title that they are facing off for the Academy Championship. Where? So, I got one question for you.
Introducing the challenger.
Are you
From parts unknown, weighing in at 200 pounds, the World Hardcore Champion, Jacob the Dark Horse. And his opponent, from Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in at 149 pounds, the Junior Wrestling Champion,
title was just raised. Davey LaRusso treating this over here. He's not worried about it. Jacob over here pumping himself up. Let the match begin. LaRusso starting off with the offense. LaRusso starting off with the offense. And now already Jacob's on the ground. LaRusso off the top rope. Diving right down below. Already going for a pin. Is it over? 1. Only the 1 count. Gets stomped right under the head by LaRusso, while he calls Jacob now to his feet as LaRusso and Jacob start locking up. As now Jacob throws LaRusso to the ground, kick right to the face, As now Jacob goes for a moonsault on LaRusso. Now Jacob punching him in his face. As now Jacob climbs to the top rope, calling LaRusso, telling him, get up. And with a punch right to the face of LaRusso. Jacob now kick right to the back of LaRusso. As now he grabs him, tries to turn him around, but LaRusso reverses it. Jacob now going off the top middle rope. And LaRusso's already bleeding. Is he down for the count? 1. Kick out by LaRusso. Only getting that 1 count now while Jacob starts beating down LaRusso now after that kick out. LaRusso rolling out to the ring canvas. As now gets kicked right in the head by Jacob. Jacob up on the top rope now. Knee to the face by Jacob, as now Jacob's hyping himself up while LaRusso slowly gets back up. Jacob setting up for a pedigree. Jacob now standing over LaRusso's body, calling him back to his feet, telling him to get up. Telling him, as he hits the crossroads, is it over, people? 1, 2, kick out by LaRusso. LaRusso is not willing to become a Tier 1 graduate, but Jacob wants to go all the way. He will stop at nothing. As now Jacob goes off the middle rope with a moonsault after a fury of stomps right under LaRusso. Jacob climbing up to the top rope, calling LaRusso back up. Setting up for another punch from the top rope as LaRusso's down again. Jacob now tries to go for punches to LaRusso's face, but LaRusso reverses now with him starting his offense finally up. As he goes off the middle rope, tries to go for a trust fall, but Jacob reverses it. Now Jacob locking up with LaRusso. LaRusso tossed into the ropes. Jacob tried to toss LaRusso around, but failed. LaRusso already going for a pin now. 1 kick out by Jacob at only a 1 count this far into the match. As now LaRusso tosses Jacob into the ropes, tries to grab him, but fails. Jacob with another forearm right to LaRusso's face. Jacob's hyping himself up again, you know, making sure everybody knows he's here to win it. Tries to go for a kick to the head, but LaRusso stops his leg, flips it, and reverses it. Now LaRusso locking in an ankle lock. Is it over for Jacob? Will he tap? Jacob reverses, kicks LaRusso down to the ground now. Jacob grabs LaRusso, brings him over to the turnbuckle. What's he planning now? Kick to LaRusso by Jacob, as now LaRusso's flipped around, being punched over and over again. Tossed right into the steel by Jacob. Now Jacob kick to LaRusso after kick after kick. Jacob not giving up, now holding his leg there for leverage as he goes flying up and a kick right to the ribs of LaRusso now. Jacob goes for the pin. Is this it? 1, 2, 3. Jacob is your new Academy champion. Let's watch that replay right there. Here we have LaRusso go off the top rope, hitting Jacob with a splash of some kind. Then we have Jacob hitting a moonsault onto LaRusso now. Then we have Jacob's first forearm to LaRusso. And then next up is a kick that actually made LaRusso start bleeding on that kick. And then Jacob with a knee to the face of LaRusso. As Jacob is now calling him up, setting up for his pedigree that he hit on LaRusso. As now the next reel shows him LaRusso slowing back up for the crossroads. Now with Jacob then trying to go for a pin combined on top of that. You know that got only the 2 count there. As then we have another forearm from Jacob, with Jacob now hanging Jacob's third forearm of the night. And then we have the pinfall that ended up getting him the win with a 1, 2, 3. And that's the bell. I know we aren't going to hear any of stop bantering about this on our Discord, which you should join, which is linked in the YouTube, or Santos Goes Live 2K on Twitch. He has that link there, so go follow. Next up is somebody that we have also seen here on War. Cut all the way back to the very first episode of War. We saw him face off against the Psycho Killer in 6 for the War Championship and ended up losing. And Vince took the title away from Prime Time. Now, while Prime Time has been slowly trying to get back up there, he tried to face Jacob. Nick Angel took out Jacob. Then, last week, they actually had a triple threat death match. He ended up getting knocked out by Jacob after knocking out Nick Angel. So, seems like he can't catch a break or a title. But tonight, he's facing none other than the Tier 3 Academy graduate, the Terminator. So, as we all know, the Terminator, he did have an Academy match here on which was his third defense. We almost thought he was going to become a fourth, but ended up losing to none other than Davey LaRusso, who just lost previously to Jacob. So, now, as we all know, the Terminator does not play around. We know his backstory. You know everything he's been put through. He's not the kind of guy you want to mess with. If we cut to last week, he ended up facing in a gauntlet match, I believe. Or that was either a week or 2 weeks ago. Sorry, I don't have my notes up right now, but he did face off in a gauntlet match with 7 other men. That being, of course, none other. One of those men being Ahmed the Egyptian, who is in our main event tonight, facing Vince 6 for none other than the World Championship. Will he be able to come out on top of that? I don't know. We'll have to find out until the main event. But that's all you need to know about the Terminator and everything about that release, so enjoy. So, for those of you wondering, no, this is not like a #1 contender or a title match of any kind, no. This is just a good old-fashioned match, where basically anything can happen. As we all know, we are not prone to, we are prone to people being jumped a lot on the show, actually. I don't get it with people being jumped on the show. Like, every week, if you get a title shot before somebody on the show, I'm not gonna say his name, because then he'll appear like someone else, but if you say, anyway, he's been jumping people, basically. Even on Ground Zero, he's been jumping Vince, Malik Storm, Mel Storm, you name it, he's been jumping them. But anyway. And then also, not to mention, Primetime already getting jumped, basically. Well, not jumped, it was Jacob that got jumped, but anyway, back to the match now, finally. Primetime already on the ground. Primetime on the ground now, while Devin Young continues his offense on Primetime now by just tossing Primetime over and over into the corner. Now with him kicking Primetime, as now Primetime tries to fight Devin, but Devin Young's not having any of it. Speaking of Devin and Davey, actually, they are facing next week in a mic fight match where it is Extreme Rules, but the twist that makes it a mic fight is instead of there being like a kendo stick, a table, a ladder under the ring, there's gonna be nothing but microphones. Meaning you must beat your opponent down like these two are slapping each other back and forth right now with microphones, which, in my opinion, I believe is gonna be pretty. Anyway. A drop kick from Powell. Another drop kick. And then now diving right onto Devin now. As Primetime calls Devin up to his feet. Saying, get up, get up, get up. As now Primetime goes. Top rope. A cutter right to Devin Young. And he goes for the pin. Is it over? 1, 2. Kick out by Devin Young. As Primetime now picks him back up. Punch after punch. Punch. As now a leg drop right onto Devin. As Primetime climbs up to the top rope. Goes off the top. Springboard, I believe. 1, 2. Kick out by Devin. Primetime does not believe it. As now he's calling, setting up for a people's elbow. Or not even a people's elbow. That was like a people's springboard, bro. Anyway, Devin now back up as Primetime goes running off the ropes. But Devin Young reverses it now as Primetime slowly gets back up. Devin running and just knocking Primetime right down. Not even a chance. Backbreaker into a clothesline. As now, Devin Young grabs Primetime and starts and locks in a submission hold. Trying to break his fingers right now. But let's go of the hold. So, anyway, Devin Young now calling for Primetime to get back up. As now we have him setting up for a powerbomb. As now he's carrying Primetime. Setting up for an electric chair right onto the turnbuckle now. Devin stomping right onto. As now he goes running back, heading in. Tries to stomp out Powell again. But that did not go well as now Primetime restarts his offense. Sending Devin Young over the rope. Hanging on for life now. Neck breaker to Devin Young. And now Primetime calling him back up. Primetime completely knocking down Devin Young like a bowling pin. As now we're up to as now count out begins as both of the men are right now dead on the floor. Primetime slowly getting back up along with Devin. But Primetime grabs Devin at a 4 count. Hits him with a DDT. We're up to a 5 count now. Kick by Devin. As Devin grabs Primetime. Right into the barricade. 6 count now. Primetime right now recovering on the barricade. While Devin's just taunting, bro. 8 count. Is this gonna end in count out? 9. Primetime gets in at the last second. Devin Young seems surprised. Tries to pin him, but ends in a rope break. Devin Young gets picked up by Primetime now. Primetime being carrying him into the ropes. Tossed around. Backflip cutter. Is he gonna go for the pinfall? No. He climbs up to the top rope. Elbow goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And with Devin's foot on the rope, the referee didn't seem to catch that, so he didn't call rope break. But let's see our replays here. We have Devin Young hitting a suplex right onto Primetime. We have Primetime hitting a drop kick after drop kick into like a bowling pin, basically. And now here we have Primetime now jumping off into a cutter. And then we have him going right after immediately for a pinfall. And see, that gets the 2 count. So he tries to go for what looks to be a springboard elbow. Only gets to the 2 count still. Devin is still somehow kicking out. Devin hits him with a backbreaker into a clothesline. And then next up is when they're at ringside and they're being tossed around like bowling pins, basically. DDT there from Primetime now back in the ring. With Primetime now tossing Devin into the ropes, flipping around. A cutter there. As now, here's the winning spot where now, immediately after he goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Devin Young's foot is still on the rope. But the referee did not call rope. Up next is Diamond Deuce versus the Natural Steven Wilson. Also, congratulations to Primetime Powell for beating Devin Young. I guess we'll see Devin next week in a mic fight. The Chosen One, as he is known around, anyway, you know his backstory, you've seen stuff he did. I believe he also competed in the #1 contender for the World Championship. Let's just say, that also didn't go well, but anyway. As we all saw last week, the winner of the #1 contender was in fact Ahmed the Egyptian, and he did have a scare time with Santos, which, not gonna lie, yeah. So, this time hopefully Santos doesn't intervene. Anyway, next up is none other than the owner of, first up, REW, and I do believe he has a partnership. So, congrats. And so go check him out, just like this. REW, you can go join that. Help him out, help us out.
They said I'd fall,
And
but I rose instead. Cause legends don't die, they're born and bred. They never saw me coming, they never knew the cost, but every loss I took made me the real boss. I was born for this, written in my soul. The cloud don't shine if you don't pay the toll. Life's in hard, but I don't miss. I don't fake fate, I was born for this. I'm the natural, and I don't break. You see the goals, that's mine to take.
The Egyptian yesterday, and we got a main event title shot, so maybe just facing him in 6 gets you a chance. I don't know, but it gives you at least something good. But you know everything about the natural.
But there's only one natural, and you're looking at him. I was born for this, written in my soul. The crowd don't shine if you don't pay the toll. The lights hit hard, but I don't miss. I don't fake fate, I was born for this. I'm the natural, and I don't break. You see the goal, that's mine to take. This is my era. This is my time.
Anyway, let's get the match started off. Here they are staring each other down as the referee calls for the bell. And Steve Wilson with a super kick already, as now he goes off the top rope, down onto Diamond, goes for the pin already. Is it over? One kick out by Diamond, while Steven now goes up off the top rope. A cutter right down onto Diamond, as now Steven rolls Diamond over as he grabs him, picks him up, as now powerbomb right to Diamond, as Steven Wilson is hyping up the crowd, making sure everybody knows he's in it to win it. As now Steven grabs Diamond, they're locking up. Who's gonna win the lockup here, everybody? Steven throws Diamond down, as now he grabs Diamond, Locks him up again. What's he planning this time? As Diamond now digs him into the corner there. As now the referee has to break them up. There's only been one time someone chose to cheap shot, that being last week with Severus Crowley. But anyway, Steven now tossed right down to the floor by Diamond, locking in a submission hold. Is Steven going to tap? No. Instead, Steven switches it up. What's their next plan here, people? As now Steven tries to go and reverse it, but Diamond takes him down to the floor. Kick to Steven now as they're in a slap fight. Look at that, the slap after slap after slap to each other. Diamond telling Steven to slap him. He's like, bring it, I can take it. Another slap as Diamond now slaps back. Another slap. Who's gonna end up winning the slap off here? Steven now telling Diamond to hit him. Now here they are acting each other back. Oh my, they're just brawling now at this point. They don't even care who wins this slap fight. Steven tried to go for a kick but failed. Diamond hit him with the clothesline. Steven go back up but gets shot down by Diamond that quick. Now, Steven slowly getting back up as Diamond punches him right to the gut and grabs him. Tossed away from the ropes and a kick right to the face. Now being grabbed at the leg. Stomp right to the gut. As now Diamond's hyping himself up as Steven gets up. He grabs Steven and tosses him over into the ropes. Tossed up, down, punch right to the face. As now we have Diamond crawling up to the top rope while Steven is down on the ground. Him begging him to get up. A forearm right to the face of the Natural as Steven Wilson tries to get up slowly but gets kicked to the back. Is it over, people? One kick out already by Steven. What's next? As Diamond goes off, hits him with a springboard. As now Diamond grabs him by his leg again. Stomp to the gut again. Picking up Steven now. As he tries to go for a punch but gets reversed by Steven. Steven tosses him over into the ropes. Dodge. Superman punch by Steven. He goes for the pin. Is this it? 1, 2. Kick out by Diamond. Only down to the 2 count, but Steven now begging Diamond to get up. As he sets him up. And tosses him down. Is it over? 1, 2. Kick out by Diamond again. Steven does not believe it. Steven tries to stomp on Diamond but fails. Diamond with a stomp right to the, whatever. As now, locks in a submission hold. Will Steven tap? Will he get Steven to tap here? Or he breaks his own submission hold. As now, punch but gets reversed as now he's in the corner. Steven running to one side, running back. Kick right to the face now. As Steven now watches Diamond slowly get up. Grabs him. Sends him over the ropes now. Steven's taunting him. What's he planning? Over the top rope. Right onto Diamond. As both of them are now out of the ring. As now we're up to a 1 count. As he tosses Diamond back into the ring. Steven now. Diamond kicks himself up. Tries to go diving at him but fails. Steven grabs him into the corner. Not into the corner, outside. While Steven just watches on. Letting the countdown do its own thing. 2. Up to a 3 count already. Still no sign of life showing from Diamond. While Steven climbs to the top rope. Diamond slowly getting back up, but gets put back down now. Stomp right from Steven. As now, right to the gut of Diamond. While Steven grabs him and picks him back up. tossing him back into the ring now, as he calls for Diamond to get back up. Just sweeping off the middle rope. Face breaker right to Diamond. Steven grabs him by the head. Tries to go for a stomp to the head, but fails. Setting up for a feast to your eyes. Is it over? 1, 2. Kick out by Steven. He is still fighting, and there's nothing going to stop him. Diamond going. Is Steven going to reverse it? No. Kick right to the face of Steven. While Diamond now crawls up to the top rope. Steven on the ground right now. Right to the chest of Steven. Both feet connecting. As he calls Steven back to his feet now. Starts dragging him. Sets him up right on the rope. What's he planning now? Using that rope as leverage just to cause more pain to Steven's neck. While Diamond goes off. Kick right back to the back of the head. Is it over? 1, 2, 3. Steven Wilson. He put up a good fight, but he cannot beat Diamond. Let's watch some replays here. We have Steven Wilson hitting his moonsault right onto Diamond. Then we have Steven hitting a cutter. Then we have Diamond hitting his boot right to Steven's face. Then we have the spear, or the Superman punch from Steven. And then the pinfall added on that only got him the 2 count. Then we have him calling Diamond up as he hits his finisher, thinking this is going to put him away. But as we all saw, and we're about to see in this replay, he does not get the job done. It only gets him 2 count, and he does not believe it. Then we have him running with the elbow, and then a kick right to Diamond. Now this shows that Diamond hitting Steven with the feast to your eyes. As then, he goes for the pin, but this only got him the 2 count. And then, we have Diamond crawling up to the top rope, hitting what looks to be a coup de grace, but don't quote me on that. Then we have ending off with the kick right back to the head, and him ending it off with the pinfall for the 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, Diamond Dude.
Here is your winner, the Chosen One, Diamond.
The Chosen One. I don't need a crown, my name alone.
Congratulations to Diamond Deuce. Next up, we have Tony TNT Tucker versus AJ Williams versus Nick Angel in a triple threat match. Who will come out on top? I don't know. Let's find out. So up first is Tony TNT Tucker. So, first up, he does have his own podcast, the Explosion Online Podcast. Check it on Spotify or go into our Discord and read the transcript. But I did end up talking to him before his match. He did say he has been on a losing streak. He is right now 7-0. So he said if he does not end up winning tonight, or he doesn't end up winning pretty soon, he's going to be moving on down to SUW Live, where he will be there for approximately around 4 weeks, and he said he'll see how he feels on if he chooses to come back up afterwards. We have our first PLE, which is known as Breakout. More info comes soon on that. But then also, we are getting closer and closer to SUW Live. Next Friday, everyone, go check out the TikTok, X, or Instagram page where you could see your character appear in the first ever episode of SUW Live, which only has a 30-minute limit. Next up, somebody we saw last week over here, the Fallen Angel Nick Angel. He tried to go for none other than the SUW World Hardcore Championship, tried to redo his shot, he ended up losing last week. It was Primetime Powell, Nick Angel, and the Hardcore Championship Jacob. As we all saw, Jacob is now your Academy Championship. Or your Academy Champion, sorry. But anyway, Nick Angel has been trying to reclaim what was his, and has failed. First, it was originally supposed to be Primetime Powell versus Jacob until Nick Angel ambushed and took him out. But Jacob somehow got out of the trainer's room and was able to walk his way down to stare down Nick. But then, cut back to last week, like I said, we had a triple threat death match between the three, where Jacob ended up getting the win by knocking out Primetime Powell, who ended up knocking out Nick. And so, you want to know the story behind Nick Angel? Enjoy.
Welcome to hell, fallen angel, wings made of steel. I don't forget, I don't kneel. You cross the line, now feel the spell. You just punch your ticket to hell. Oh, no choir sings when I walk through the flame. Just broken bones and forgotten names. You prayed for light, I brought the dark. You lit the fuse, I bring the spark. Oh, this ain't a warning, it's how I fell. It's one way down, welcome to hell. Fallen angel, wings made of steel. I don't forget, I don't kneel. You cross the line, now feel the spell. You just punched your ticket to hell. To hell, I'll send you down to hell. Myself.
Up next is none other than the wounded AJ Williams, who may be in for some character redevelopment, so keep an eye out on him during these Ground Zero and 4 weeks. Because who knows, he may be changing it up a bit soon. But you know everything about him, you know his story, you know what he did. Last week, he did fight. I forgot against you. I believe he faced off in the 8-man gauntlet match. But, yes, he faced off in the gauntlet match and ended up losing. As we all know, because we have Ahmed the Egyptian versus the Psycho Killer Event 6 in literally 2 matches. Next, because the next match after this is Aaron Zane. Or no, we have 2 matches after this. We have Aaron Zane versus Tank Damien. And then we have the War Intercontinental Heavyweight First Defense from Mel Storm versus Severus Crowley, who, as we saw last week, ended up getting accompanied by Jacob and Lilith Vane. So, but I'll continue talking about those matches when they're up. Here we have all of them hyping getting hyped up, getting pumped, knowing that there can only be one. So, this is not under any special rules. It is already a normal triple threat, meaning you must get the pinfall and you become the true winner. This is not under, like, triple threat deathmatch rules. Anyway, Nick Angel with a punch right to Tony after Tony takes down AJ. Tony gets up quick. He gets tossed into the turnbuckle now. AJ already making Nick Angel bleed. As now Tony gets his wrist, like, twisted on the ropes by AJ. Now Nick with a suplex. Thought he was going for a DDT there for a second, but ended up being a suplex. Tossed down now as AJ starts just punching down Tony. Punch after punch after punch. Tony ends up getting hit with a DDT now, while Nick Angel grabs AJ and tosses him down. Nick Angel now the only one in the ring standing while Tony slowly gets back up, but Nick Angel completely brings Tony down to the floor. As Tony slowly gets back up, and now Nick Angel tries to go for a suplex, gets reversed, but he reverses the reversal and hits a backbreaker. Here we have AJ now locking up, as now Nick gets tossed right head first into the ropes. Going for a pin, one gets broken up immediately by Tony. But Tony gets reversed by AJ, but AJ reverses Tony, and Tony now grabbing AJ Williams, grabbing AJ, and now doing the same thing he did to him, twisting his hand in the ropes. And now Tony taking the lead in this match now with a kendo stick in his hand. AJ out on the ring looking for a weapon of destruction, while Nick Angel is right now being put into a powerbomb, but ends up reversing it, as now endo stick right to Nick Angel, as Tony tosses AJ down, as he goes for the pin now. Is it over? 1, 2, kick out by AJ, while Nick's now getting back into the ring. Tony grabs AJ, brings him over to the ropes, and snake eyes right from Tony. But Tony gets taken down immediately, but jumps back up to stare down Nick Angel as he grabs him. And now here he is locking in with AJ, but Nick Angel says, no, you were locked in with me. As now, what looks to be a submission, but the referee isn't going for it. Anyway, Nick Angel gets hit with, is it the 3 amigos he is going for? 2. Is it gonna be 3? 3 amigos from AJ Williams to Nick Angel, as AJ Williams now tries to attack Tony but fails, but Nick Angel ends up breaking that up, and here they are double teaming him now, as they double choke slam him, while AJ hits him with a AJ tried to go for a trust fall and ended up failing. Tony twisting Nick's foot, as now face breaker right from AJ, while Nick Angel slowly got back up into the corner now, while Tony gets back up now, takes down AJ, goes for the pinfall. Is it over? 1. It's broken up immediately by Nick Angel, as Nick Angel just stomped out Tony down to the floor, while Nick calls up Tony to his feet as he sets up swinging neck breaker, as now AJ tried to grab a kendo stick but ended up failing before Nick Angel reversed him. Nick Angel now back up as Tony's locked on AJ still, but Tony gets knocked down by Nick Angel, but AJ ends up breaking the pinfall. As now Tony gets back up slowly, locking on AJ, but Nick Angel says no, he was mine. As now Tony crawls over to the turnbuckle, while AJ goes for a stomp immediately right onto Nick's head, while Tony grabs a weapon of destruction as we speak. AJ bringing Nick over to the corner. Tony now is flexing to the crowd, AJ setting up, drop kick right to Nick Angel, as now Tony locks it up with AJ Williams, tossing him down, and going for the pinfall on Nick Angel. Is he going to steal the pinfall? One, kick out by Nick Angel. Anyway, now here we have Tony getting hit. Up right onto his head by AJ, but Nick with the light tube going for the pinfall on AJ. Is it over? 1, 2. Oh, gets cut off at 1. As now Nick Angel stomps on AJ. Now turns his attention over to Tony, stomping over and over right onto his chest, while AJ is now looking for another weapon under the ring. Is that another light tube or kendo stick? Now here they are just double teaming him. While Nick Angel goes for the pinfall. While Nick Angel tried to go for a trust fall but failed. AJ with the pinfall. 1, nothing. While a kick out from Tony. Nick tossed AJ into the corner now, setting him up on the top rope. All the cameras are flashing. Is this going to be an OMG moment? They're going to be played on highlight reels forever. Nick Angel setting up with a cutter. As now Tony grabs a kendo stick, uses on Nick Angel. Is it over? 1, 2, kick out from Nick Angel. As now Tony heads over, turns him around, takes down Nick Angel. Nick Angel now headed outside. Now Tony brings AJ down. Tony now headed down, going around as he stalks Nick Angel. Tried to go for an attack, but Nick Angel hits a drop kick right onto Tony. Now AJ with the sledgehammer, still inside of the ring, but climbing out of it right now, as he just uses the sledgehammer right onto Nick's back. As now he's just taunting both of his opponents. As now he's calling Tony back. As now we have AJ and Tony locking up right into the steel steps, while Nick Angel almost gets tossed into the steel steps too, but reverses it. A DDT from Nick Angel. As now Tony and Nick are locked up. AJ's down on the floor. Tony TNT Tucker down on the floor too. Nick Angel, the only one that's up and still fighting, right into the LED post, which I just realized are currently turned off. I have no idea why. But here we have Tony just get drop kicked right to the floor now. AJ almost gets tossed right over Tony by Nick, but fails as Tony slowly gets back up now, just watching the chaos happen, as now gets dropped down. As now here we have Tony, Nick right now trying to go. Tony off the top rope, down on Nick Angel. Tony flips Nick Angel over. Locks in a submission hold. Will he get Nick to tap, or will AJ get back up to break it? Is Nick going to tap? No, it gets broken by AJ. AJ drop kick right to Tony's back. Is it over for Tony? 1. Kick out. AJ tries to go for a moonsault, fails. Tony now focusing on Nick Angel. Nick Angel is now knocked out as he switches his gaze over to AJ Williams. Sets him up, slams him down. Grabs Nick Angel, tosses him into the ropes. A clothesline. Now as Tony goes out of the ring, grabs a weapon. Goes around to Nick Angel with what looks to be a chair as he beats down Nick Angel. As AJ Williams comes out to join the fun, but immediately gets tossed right into the staircase. Tony now removing the cover, while gets reversed by Nick Angel as they're both entering the ring now. And now goes for the, as he tried to go for the pin on Nick Angel, Fail. Cutter right to Tony from AJ. As AJ picks up Nick Angel. As now he grabs him. Backbreaker. Tony now locking on to AJ Williams into the corner now. Putting him up on the top rope. The cameras are flashing because they know it's over for AJ Williams. No, he reverses it. As now he's punching him right to the head. Setting up. As now Nick Angel and AJ Williams are locked up. Tony now crawling around. While they're just locking up between Nick Angel and AJ Williams. But Tony TNT Tucker gets back into the ring now. Nick on the top rope but decides to go off. AJ gets tossed off balance. As they're now double teaming on Nick Angel. As now Nick Angel and Tony are locked up. Now, everybody gets taken out in one clean sweep like a bowling ball to some bowling pins. As now Nick Angel is locking up. But there's no referee to count the pinfall. A cutter. As now Nick Angel picks up Tony. There's still no referee up to count the damn pin. As Tony gets tossed into the corner. AJ trying to swing a kendo stick right to Nick, but fails. Nick Angel now climbing up to the top rope. The referee just getting up as Nick Angel takes out AJ Williams. Tony staring at Nick Angel. Sets him up. 4. The pinfall, is it over? 1, 2, no. Kick out by Nick Angel. As AJ hits him with like a DDT. Right as that pinfall goes on, Tony was quick to it. As now, they're trying to fight each other, but they can't because Nick Angel is in the way. AJ Williams now with a cutter, a rolling cutter actually, as Nick Angel now takes AJ down to the floor, pick him back up, tossed into the ropes, tossed right down to the floor, as now Tony locks up with Nick Angel, him being picked up, snake eyes. As now he goes for the pinfall. Is it over? No, can't even get to the 1 count before being broken up by AJ. AJ punched to the back of Tony. Tony falls dead, basically, as Nick's resting on the ropes now. AJ Williams hyping up the crowd. While now Tony's calling, or while Nick was calling for Tony to get up, but AJ ruined it. As now these two are locking up now. Punching down. Tony tries to go in and intervene. Nick Angel now, the only one left after hitting a face breaker. Pinfall gets broken up as Nick Angel tries to go for it. Tony tossing him up. Power slam. Is it over? 1, 2, 3. Tony TNT Tucker has officially ended his losing streak tonight on War. As let's watch some replays. There's a snake eyes from AJ to Nick. There's AJ using the sledgehammer. Here's our first chance at a pinfall brought to you by Tony, but gets kicked out. Then here we have AJ bringing Nick into the corner as Tony chucks a kendo stick at him. As now a kick right to Nick Angel. As now here we have Tony being picked back up and getting hit with a drop right onto his neck. Then we also have Nick Angel going to toss AJ right off the top rope in a cutter. Then we have Tony hitting his power slam, going for the pinfall. This gets broken up though. Or no, gets kicked out actually.
Here is your winner, Tony.
Congratulations, Tony. Congratulations, Tony. I hope you continue your string of winning. But it's time for the Idol Aaron Zane versus the Blueprint Tank Damien. So up first is none other than the Idol Aaron Zane. He's been popping up in SUW, made his debut on round 0. This is his second time appearing here. As last week, he also I believe, was in the gauntlet match for the World Championship. Don't quote me on that though, because all my notes are right now missing on what happened this week. But so I have to just vaguely go off memory. But the Idol Aaron Zane. And then, none other than the Blueprint Tank Damien. He debuted on War on the very first episode, facing none other than Hacksaw Elliott for a chance at Lockdown, for none other than the World Heavyweight Championship. He ended up winning and going on to the Elimination Chamber, but the Psycho Killer Vince 6, who is in our main event tonight, facing Ahmed the Egyptian, will beat you. So, you know his story, you know everything he's been through, Tank. Here we have both of them hyping up, as now the referee calls for the bell. Aaron Zane already trying to lock in a submission hold. Already locking in what looks to be a ankle breaker, but instantly gets reversed almost by Tank Damien. As Tank Damien now just kicks right to the head. Tank Damien now hyping himself up as Aaron gets kicked, punched, whatever. Tossed over into the corner. Now here they are locking back up after being put into the corner before. Him putting Tank back into the corner again. The referee having to break this up again. And here they are locking up again. As now back into the corner they go. as if he's just trying to cause pain. Setting up already. Picking Tank Damien up. Powerbomb into the pin. Is it over already? 1, 2. Kick out by Aaron Zane. Or, kick out by Tank, sorry. Setting up. Swinging neck breaker, I believe. Kick right to Tank now as Aaron continues his fighting. As now Aaron goes off, tries to go for a forearm, but fails as Tank reversed it. As now, tossed over the ropes onto the ring canvas. Setting up for 10 beats of the Byron. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As Aaron now falls down right onto the right onto ringside. Tank right off the top rope as Aaron catches him. Here we have Tank now stomping on Aaron's back. Kick to the face, stomp on the back, twisting his arm. Breaking the fingers. As now, up to a 4 count already. Aaron's still down, slowly getting up while Tank's over here enjoying it. He's watching Aaron now as he got back in at 6 count now, continuing his offense. Right onto Aaron Zane. As now, we have Snake Eyes from Tank right to Aaron Zane. Aaron Zane now going for another pin. Nope. As now he grabs Tank Damien and goes for a pinfall. Or no, submission hold. Is Tank going to tap? No. Tank breaks free and kicks him right to the back of his head. As now, Tank hyping up the crowd, tries to go for a knee, but gets reversed by Aaron Zane. As now here he is, calling Tank back to his feet, telling him, get up. As he tries to go for a phenomenal forearm, fails, but Tank is able to hit a DDT right onto Aaron Zane. As now he's getting his momentum built back up, but gets shut down by Aaron now as Aaron's calling him back up, saying, come on, come fight me. Aaron grabs him by the knee, tosses him down. As now he grabs him by the head, twisting the neck, trying to snap it, I believe. Just twisting after twist. As now here we have, Aaron goes up to the middle rope, calling Tank Damien up to his feet. As now he kicks him away again, and one more. Damn, does he have to keep kicking away? Drop kick right to the face of Tank, going for the pinfall now. 1, that's not going to put him down yet. As now, we have Tank crawling into the turnbuckle, while Aaron grabs him, tosses him down. Aaron now. What's he planning? Drop kick right to the head of Tank Damien. As now Aaron climbs up to the top rope. Twist of fate. Or Swanton Bomb, sorry. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Let's watch some replays from that match. So first up here we have Aaron's powerbomb onto Tank in his first pinfall. Or in his second pinfall attempt. Then we have Tank right now hitting him with that DDT right there. Aaron Zane then with the drop kick right to Tank. Then we have the kick right to the gut of Tank from Aaron. And then we have the drop kick right to his head where he went running from the side of the ring straight to dead center on. And then it's going to end with the Swanton Bomb. Congratulations, Aaron Zane, getting the pinfall then for the 1, 2, 3.
Here's your winner,
Congratulations, Aaron Zane. It is time for our next match, which is the War Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship between Severus Crowley and Mel Storm, accompanied by Malik Storm, also known as Category V. So, you all saw Crowley last week, accompanied by Jacob and Lilith, forming a team called the Black Remedy. Like I said, we have no idea what their movements or what they're planning to do, since all they did was accompany him and try to help him win, after a little bit of cheating. But, we all know Severus Crowley. He comes from the Garden of Eden. And also, this is only his second time here, and he's getting a title shot already, which is surprising. Then, you all know this guy right here, Mel Storm. He is one of the people that did fail the lockdown qualifier for the Elimination Chamber, but in that same PLE, there were two matches, one for the War Intercontinental Heavyweight and one for the Light Heavyweight. And both Category V ended up winning both titles in separate matches. Anyway, they're only facing off for none other than the one Mel Storm, which is the War Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. So, let's quickly do introduction.
Introducing the challenger from the Garden of Eden, weighing in at 183 pounds, the Assassin, Severn Crowley. And his opponent from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 260 pounds, the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion and one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Mel Storm.
Here we have Crowley now, as Malik and Crowley both hype themselves up. This is the first defense as War Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. Anyway, Mel Storm starting off strong already, as Crowley's already down. Moonsault right to Crowley, as now they're locking up. They're locking up in a wrist and a waist takedown. Seems like that's what Mel is going for. But Crowley's trying to fight out of it right now as we speak. Both of them are trying to take the lead. As now, brings Crowley down to the floor, locking up with him. Just causing as much pain as he can. Kick right to the back of Crowley now, while Malik's already calling him back up. Punch, 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 and punch combo right there. As now, we have a kick right to the head of Crowley, already going for the pin. Is this it? One. Kick out by Crowley already. stunner right to Crowley as Crowley just died almost during that thing. As now, Crowley picked up Snake Eyes into the corner. Coup de grace right to Crowley from Maelstrom. As now Crowley slowly climbed back up. Maelstrom tries to attack him but fails. Crowley now starting his offense. As now we have Crowley punching after punch after punch. As now we have Crowley trying to go for a leg drop, but here we have him tossing him back into the corner now. Elbow and a kick right to Mel as now Mel's down on the ground. Crowley in the corner now, calling him back up. Is he tuning up the band tonight? No! Gets reversed by Mel. Is now taken down by Mel. As now we have 1, 2, kick out by Crowley. Now we have a leg drop, but gets reversed by Crowley now. Crowley grabbing Mel, tossing him into the ropes, taking him down, going for the pin. Is this it? 1, 2, not yet. Crowley needs to do more if he wants Maelstrom gone for good. Picking up, tossing him back down. Now here he is entering the ring now, him on the ropes. Drop kick. And another drop kick. What's next? Another drop kick? Now here we have Malik arguing with... As now, here we have Malik still arguing with Crowley now while Mel hits him with a clothesline. Going for the pin. Is he going to retain? 1, 2. Kick out by Crowley. As now, punt kick right to the head. And now we have Mel calling up Crowley to grab him and drag him over to the corner. I believe Crowley's now bleeding. As now a back clothesline. Going for the pinfall, I believe. No, stomping first, right over and over on the Crowley. Crowley now sent outside of the ring, while Maelstrom goes jumping out to join him. It's grabbed. I suppose our ring trons are back on. I don't know what happened during that time, but I just realized that they are back on, actually. Up to a 4 count now. Now a 5, as they're still brawling on the outside of the ring. Crowley gets tossed back in. As now he goes for the pinfall, and Crowley thinking he put him through enough pain. 1, 2, kick out by Crowley. Is there no stop? Oh, Crowley now taking his offensive chance. As now he goes on his time to shine. As now taking a Mel down as he's climbing up. No, instead tries to go running at Mel, but gets reversed, but then reverses Mel. Setting up down with the DDT. Is he down for the count? 1, 2. Kick out by Maelstrom. Crowley now aiming for that arm off Mel. Crowley tuning up the band. No, instead, we're looking drop kick right under the head. 1, 2, 3. New War Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Severus Crowley. Let's watch some replays here. We have a moonsault. Then we have Snake Eyes coming from Melon and Crowley. So, it was a really good match. Congratulations, Crowley.
Heavyweight champion,
Up next is Vince 6 versus Ahmed the Egyptian for the War Championship. And I have security making sure Santos does not intervene in the match. Well, what the hell am I paying security for if they can't even stop him? What is he doing out here? He's not supposed to be here even. He's not even in any match cards tonight. Why is he here? Santos, I guess, if you just heard commentary, he's our referee. I'm guessing he took out our referee before. So, Santos, I guess. As now here we have the challenger, Ahmed the Egyptian. This time rocking out a new outfit, new look. And he's ready. He has said on the RB Backstage channel, if you go join our Discord right now, he has said he is ready to beat Vince 6 since he wants to face Steven Wilson again. But next time they face, he will see Ahmed with Vince 6's War Championship. So will he become champion tonight, people? Let's find out. There on the Trons, calling him out, the Psycho Killer Vince 6. He has been your War Champion. Everything I've thrown at him and everything that Santos has done to him, he's been able to fight through. Because even on Ground Zero, he's been dealing with problems with Santos. So, I think Santos is going to try to pull strings tonight and rig it for him. And if he does, I don't think Vince is going to be too happy about that. But you know who he is, you know his backstory, the Psycho Killer Vince 6.
Introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 250 pounds, Ahmed the Dominator. And his opponent, from Manhattan, New York, weighing in at 215 pounds, the men's wrestling champion, Vince.
Here we have Vince Arcan's title as Santos is our referee, I guess, for the night. Not even in official ref gear, because, to be honest, I think he just wanted to come out here and attack Vince, but I don't know. So, why is Santos here? No clue. He took out our ref, I'm guessing. I'm getting word from backstage. Yes, he did in fact take out our ref. Our referee is currently on the floor. So, I guess sorry Vince 6 that one of your enemies has to be your referee. Anyway, Ahmed locking in already a submission hold. Or no, as they lock up now. As here we have Santos just watching on. As now counting the pin. 1. Only getting to the 1 count that time. And now, here we have Ahmed kicking right on to Vince, just kicking around him, walking around, kicking him, kick to the gut, kick to the leg, kick to the head, wherever it is. 1, 2, kick out by Vince. Vince knows Ahmed's going to need to do a lot more, and so does Ahmed. Going all right for another pin. 1, 2... Another kick out by Vince. As now, Ahmed continues his offense while Vince is still put back on, or while Vince is still on the defense. While Ahmed now seems to be trying to break his hand. As we all know, we have had lots of newcomers in SUW, such as Ahmed, Aaron Zane, all of that, Crowley. And you too can join the action. So, join the Discord and either talk to Jacob or Santos, and we will hook you up. But anyway, join our Discord. It's linked in our description, or go onto the Twitch page, Santos Goes Live 2K, where we stream Ground Zero live, because we just tape it. We just tape it the day after on YouTube. But go check it out live. Anyway, back to the match. A drop kick right from Vince onto Ahmed. And now Vince tried to go for a moonsault, but failed. Ahmed now getting back up. Trying to slap Vince, but failed, as Vince now continues his offense. Going for the pin. 1, 2, kick out by Ahmed. As now, knee to the face. As now, we have Ahmed still being put on the defense here. Vince 6 putting him on the top rope now, but gets kicked away by Ahmed. Vince now continuing his offense, like, you dare smack me in here? You dare fight me? He's probably also fighting rage to just go on and attack the referee right now, because he knows if he does end up attacking the referee, Santos can technically disqualify him. 2 count, only getting to the 2 count on Vince's pin there, though, for Ahmed. So, going for the pin. 1, 2, kick out. Anyway, Ahmed tried to go for, or Vince tried to attack him, but Ahmed jumps out of the way. Now Ahmed put back on his offense, while he's throwing Vince back on his defense already now. As now he's just tossing Vince around like a ragdoll, basically. While Ahmed now locks in. What I thought was a submission, or no. As he's now posing over. He's getting hyped up, getting the crowd hyped up on him. Going for the pin now. 1, 2. Kick out by Vince 6. As now, we have him putting pressure right on the back of his head. As now, he picks up Vince 6. Tossed into the ropes. Goes under. Power slam right from Ahmed. Sorry. Anyway. Putting pressure back on his head again. Not using it as a submission move, but instead just to cause pain. And now Vince 6 crawls over. Ahmed now. Continuing his offense. As now he's calling Vince back up. While Vince slowly gets up. Drop kick right to the head of Vince. Kick right to the head by Ahmed. And brought back down to the ground. Going for the pinfall. 1, 2. Kick out by Vince now. Ahmed taunting over Vince, calling him back up. Slapped him. Now here they are in a dog fight now, basically slapping each other back and forth. As now, slap after a slap after a slap. They're just slapping each other back and forth, seeing who can cause the most pain before they break. Ahmed now tossed into the corner by Vince. Vince reverses and tosses him into the corner now. Picking him up and slamming him down now. Going off the top rope. Moonsault going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Fast count there by Santos. As Ahmed's your new war champion. Let's watch some replays from that match. Then we have the DDT from Ahmed. There's the count. That does not end up getting it. There's another count that does not end up getting it. There's the other count this time done by Vince that still does not get it. Then there's another pinfall from Vince that still does not get the win somehow. There's Ahmed getting fired up and hitting a body drop right into a pinfall. That still somehow doesn't get it. Then we have another pinfall from Ahmed that still doesn't get it. And then we have the moment that got it all. Ahmed picks up Vince, tosses him down, climbs up to the top rope. Moonsault. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, Ahmed, for winning the war. I don't think Vince is too happy about this, but I think it's because Santos is the referee. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching War. Wait, I'm getting news right now. Someone turn back on the cameras. Someone turn back on the cameras now. There's a broken table already, and we have Vince and Santos brawling it out on the ringside right now after the match. Because I don't think Vince is too happy about losing, and the fact that Santos, as Vince tosses Santos onto the table now. What's he planning? Vince right now out of camera shot, as now we see him on the turnbuckle. What's he planning? Oh my god, right onto the announcer table. While we have security figure that out, everyone. I'm the general manager, Silas Creed. I'd like to thank you for watching more. I'd like to say, Santos, what the hell? I'm going backstage. good.
Bodies collide, the ground shakes beneath. Victory surprised defeats of faith. No forgiveness, no retreat.